Hasina, Prime Minister of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, to deliver her statement. Madam Prime Minister, you have the floor.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. His Excellency Right Honorable K.P. Sharma Oli, Chairman of the 4th BIMSTEC Summit, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, and a very good afternoon to you all. It is my privilege to be present at the 4th BIMSTEC Summit in Nepal. I would like to convey my warm felicitations to the Right Honorable K.P. Sharma Oli, Chairman of the 4th BIMSTEC Summit. My heartfelt thanks go to the Government of Nepal for their support in carrying forward the BIMSTEC during the last 4.5 years. I also extend thanks to the Chairman of the 4th BIMSTEC Summit for choosing an appropriate theme of the summit, quote, towards a peaceful, prosperous and sustainable Bay of Bengal region, unquote. Mr. Chairman, this is the month of August. It was during this month I lost my family. In 1975, my father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, under his leadership, we liberated our country. He presented the nation, Bangladesh. He was assassinated along with my mother, my 3 brothers. Younger one was only 4 years old. Newly wedded, my 2 sisters-in-law, my uncle. 18 members of my family was assassinated. My younger sister and myself were abroad, so we survived. We took shelter in India. 6 years we couldn't return home. After 6 years, when I was elected as the president of my party, Bangladesh Awami League, with this party my father liberated the country, I took all initiative to implement my father's dream to develop Bangladesh as a poverty-free Bangladesh. And also, I took steps that how we can work together, the cooperation, regional cooperation, bilateral cooperation with our neighboring country. I tried my best to develop my country, and also my aim is to develop the region, the South Asian people. I devoted myself for the cause, the right cause of my people, and also develop Bangladesh as a poverty-free golden Bangladesh. I pay my respect to all my family members and the martyrs of our liberation war. Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, in Bangladesh, it was the father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, who back in 1972 first dreamed of regional economic and social progress in South Asia. Since then, regional cooperation has been an integral component of our foreign policy. We attach high importance to regional cooperation through BIMSTEC. Hosting a BIMSTEC Secretariat in Dhaka is a manifestation of the full commitment of our government to the BIMSTEC Forum. BIMSTEC is potentially a dynamic region in the world with 1.5 billion people comprising almost 22% of global population. Its combined GDP is US $2.8 trillion and average growth rate of above 6%. the region has a huge scope of expansion of inter-trade. We have to utilize the potential that much of which remains still untapped. Mr. Chairperson, the UN Secretary General termed Bangladesh as an economic miracle during his recent visit to Bangladesh. We made significant economic and social progress during the last 10 years. Our per capita GDP reached to $1,752 during the current fiscal year from $543 in 2006. Our GDP growth reached 7.8%. Poverty rate has dropped to 21% in 2018 from 41.5% in 2006. The World Bank ranks Bangladesh as the 43rd largest economy in the world in terms of GDP and 32nd in terms of purchasing power parity. PricewaterhouseCoopers projected Bangladesh as the 23rd largest economy by 2050. We are committed to pursuing all means to domestic, bilateral, regional and international cooperation in transforming Bangladesh to a middle-income country by the year 2021 and developed one by the 2041. Excellencies, development is dependent on peace and stability. We have been pursuing a policy of inclusive development with the conviction to address hunger and poverty, illiteracy and inequality to build a stable, just and sustainable society. Earlier this year, we have been qualified to graduate from the LDCs. Some of our unique domestic socio-economic measures have received popular response and produced visible dividends. This includes Ekti Bari Ekti Khamar means one household, one farm. It means no land will remain uncultivable. All cultivable land should be cultivated so that we can produce more food and ensure food security to everybody, and each and every family should come out from the poverty level. Community clinic, it means we ensure health service to each and every family up to the grassroots level, up to village level. Ashram project, shelter project, no one left behind without home. From government, we distribute a small house or a cluster of house to the poorest and landless people. Education for all. Each and every student should go to school and study. We ensure we also provide money to the mother who send their children to the school, and also we give stipend and free books, day meal for the students. Social safety net programs, that means old age pension, widow pension, destitute women pension, electricity for all, digital Bangladesh. Now Bangladesh is digitally connected. We have internet service all over the country. Women empowerment and environment protection. Another unique economic initiative our government undertook for the disadvantaged people is the Micro Savings Initiative. Under this program, the beneficiary of micro savings make a monthly personal savings of like taka 100 taka in a specialized bank named savings banks accounts, and the government deposits a matching 100 taka They then invest in small-scale economic activities to create sustainable livelihood. They should not depend on other mercy, because microcredit sometimes takes high rate of interest, but micro savings, we give money to people with a very low interest, but they have to have their own savings. From that savings, they will continue their business. That way we make each and every family hunger-free and poverty-free. And we improve our livelihood of our people from the grassroots level with this project. And through cooperative, all the production, we give them market facilities. We are establishing a special economic zone all over the country, about 100 special economic zones. There we invite domestic and foreign investors so that we can create job opportunity for our people, and also our economy can make progress. Excellencies, poverty, climate change, and terrorism, among others, remain some of our common enemies. As the lead country in climate change, we have initiated adaptation and mitigation programs. For example, we have created a climate change trust fund of $400 million in line with our comprehensive climate change strategy. We have successfully implemented our zero tolerance policy in addressing terrorism in all its manifestations. We declare that we will not allow anybody to use our soil to launch any kind of terrorist activities in our neighboring country. We had hosted early this year the second BIMSTEC Security Chiefs meeting in Dhaka. As the lead country for trade and investment, we have been pursuing promotion of meaningful engagements and cooperation. Excellencies, however, despite our very passionate collective commitment, BIMSTEC Forum achieved a few modest successes during the past 21 years of its existence. Therefore, a huge task remains ahead of us. We need to consolidate fundamental legal frameworks to carry forward the substantive engagements in our cooperation to produce visible results. In this context, the special BIMSTEC retreat in Goa in 2016, hosted by Indian Prime Minister His Excellency Mr. Narendra Modi, was an important step forward. Some of the decisions of the 16-point agenda of action adopted in Goa have been executed, while many are yet to be realized. Mr. Chairman, the global scenario has been changing very fast, resulting in new dynamics in every sphere. We have to match the new dynamics and the current reality through three-pronged cooperation: bilaterally, regionally, and multilaterally. Our cooperation in BIMSTEC Forum can be expanded through creation of free trade area, investment and energy cooperation, enhancing people-to-people contact, and funding mechanisms. I am happy to mention that some BIMSTEC countries have bilateral engagements of electricity grid connection. The new BIMSTEC electricity grid offers a new avenue for energy cooperation as complementary to our bilateral, trilateral, and regional initiatives. To achieve an early dividend from the BIMSTEC, we would like to propose to categorize the 14 sectors into several clusters to make them more synergized, focused, and implementable. The proposals are: A. Trade, investment, connectivity, science and technology, energy, poverty alleviation, and agriculture sectors that directly add economic and social benefits for the people may be categorized under one cluster called sustainable development. B. Likewise, security, counterterrorism, climate change, and disaster management that protect and promote our prosperity may be placed under another cluster called security and stability. C. Last but not least, culture and public health that facilitate and influence our progress and prosperity may be placed under the third cluster called people-to-people contact. In the same light, we may also consider reviewing the scope and structure of BIMSTEC in view of the developing political and economic scenario. I thank you, Mr. Chairperson, for your innovative speech. It is very innovative and I think it encourages everybody. And I thank you all, the member participants. Thank you very much. Khuda Hafiz. Jai Bangla, Jai Bangabandhu. May Bangladesh live forever. Long live the spirit of BIMSTEC.
I would like to thank Her Excellency, the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, for her statement. And now, I have the honor to invite His Excellency Limpu Sering Wangchuk, Chief Advisor of the Interim Government of the Kingdom of Bhutan, for his statement. Excellency, you have the floor.
Your Excellency, the Right Honorable K.P. Sharma Oli, Prime Minister of Nepal and Chair of BIMSTEC, distinguished heads of states and governments, Honorable Secretary General of BIMSTEC, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Namaste and good afternoon. It is a great pleasure to be in the beautiful and historic city of Kathmandu to participate in the 4th BIMSTEC Summit. I have the honor to convey the greetings of His Majesty the King to this august gathering and his best wishes for the success of this summit. I wish to express deep appreciation to the government and people of Nepal for the warm welcome and gracious hospitality extended to the Bhutanese delegation and the excellent arrangements made for this important summit. Our appreciation is due to Prime Minister Oli and the Nepalese government for the excellent stewardship of our organization, despite the challenges that Nepal faces in recovering from the devastating earthquake of 2015. I'm confident, under the able guidance of Prime Minister Oli, our deliberations will further add momentum to this regional organization to forge ahead for the benefit of our people. Excellencies, I would like to place on record my deep appreciation to the government of Myanmar for the hosting of the 3rd BIMSTEC Summit at Naypyidaw in March 2014 and the government of India for the BIMSTEC Outreach Summit in October 2016 at Goa. I wish to take this opportunity to acknowledge and commend the service rendered by our First Secretary General, Ambassador Sumit Nakandala of Sri Lanka, and wish him every success in his future endeavors. I welcome his successor, Ambassador Sahidul Islam of Bangladesh, and assure continued support and cooperation to him of the Royal Government in furthering the goals of BIMSTEC. We are meeting today following the loss of a great leader and a towering statesman from our region. The former Prime Minister of India, late Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji, distinguished himself in the service of his nation and will be fondly remembered for fostering friendship and cooperation in the region and beyond. The people and the Royal Government of Bhutan joined the people and government of India in mourning this great loss. Excellencies, my country is on the cusp of our 3rd parliamentary elections. The second democratically elected government successfully completed its 5-year term on 1st of August 2018. In accordance with our Constitution, a new government has to be elected and formed within a period of 90 days after dissolution of the National Assembly. The next elected government will be formed and in place by the end of October this year. Elections for the National Council were successfully completed earlier in June this year. The people of Bhutan are indeed looking forward to participate in the upcoming elections. The successful conduct of the third parliamentary elections will be yet another milestone following the introduction of parliamentary democracy in Bhutan. Under the guidance of His Majesty the King, democracy in Bhutan has been established on a sound foundation and is fulfilling the aspirations of the people. Culture and values of inclusive and intelligent democracy with constructive deliberations for the good of the nation are vigorously pursued. A free, vibrant and responsible media is playing an important role in Bhutan's democracy. More importantly, the people of Bhutan, having embraced democracy, albeit reluctantly, are playing the rightful role in choosing a government that best serves the interests of the nation and the people. It is therefore a matter of pride for every Bhutanese that the state of our young democracy is robust, and we are firmly committed towards further strengthening the core, structural and supporting values and principles of the Constitution as envisioned by our beloved monarchs. Excellencies, during the period from the dissolution of the previous government to the formation of the next elected government, our Constitution provides for an interim government led by the Chief Justice of Bhutan as the Chief Advisor and assisted by advisors who are appointed by the throne to ensure the conduct of free, fair and credible elections. The interim government is mandated only to carry out the routine functions of the government and not entitled to take policy decisions or enter into any agreement with foreign governments or organizations. Nevertheless, in view of our commitment to BIMSTEC and not desiring to cause further delay to the hosting of this very important